For those of you who follow this channel, you know that besides my rental properties and my laundromats, I used to run a party rental company. This was probably my first big business that I ever built. I turned a $1,000 loan into a full-time salary in just a few short years. It was very simple to do, and I can teach you how. It just might not be easy for you. This is how to do it. For those of you that are broke right now, do not worry. The party rental business has a really low barrier of entry, which means you don't need a lot of money to get into the game. For a few thousand, you can be up and running in a week or two. But before we begin, I want to put out this warning. Before you start this business, you need to understand that if you do get in the party rental game, you'll be working every single weekend during the summer. So if you love your weekends, this might not be the business for you. First things first, you need some inventory. When you're first starting out, I would keep it simple. You do not need tables, chairs, tents, cotton candy, popcorn, lawn games, etc. You can start with a single bounce house if that's all you can afford, but a good mix would be better. For around $8,000, you can get a decent bounce house and 3 combo units. The combo units are way more popular than the regular bounce houses, and you can charge a lot more money for them per rental. Bolt style units are movable by one person, so you don't need to hire any help. Remember, you are small and you are a one-man show. Keep costs low to maximize profits. When purchasing a bounce house, do not buy from China or from Walmart. Do your research and find a commercial bounce house distributor with good reviews. Now that you have your product, you need a name. When thinking of a name, keep it simple. A bad name would be something like Leaps and Bounce. There's already hundreds of companies with that name. You don't need to be cute, you need to be professional and easy to find. If you were starting a company in Detroit, a good name would be Detroit Bounce House Rentals or Bounce Houses in Detroit. If you think those sound like keywords, then you're absolutely right. Keep it targeted and go head first for that #1 Google ranking when people search for units in your area. You're way better off using this technique than having a cute name and spending 10 years to brand it. You want to be in the green as fast as possible. Now that you have inventory and a name, you are going to need a website. If we're using our Detroit example, DetroitBounceHouseRentals.com would be perfect. There are thousands of free website makers out there, and it shouldn't cost you more than $30 a year to build a professional website. I would also recommend a free Google Voice phone number to manage your calls, and you can plaster that phone number all over your website. Once you get your website online, make sure you post a free Google business listing so you can get on Google Maps. If you're working out of your garage or your house, you could hide your street address from your listing. Be sure to post your Google Voice number on there as well. Upload some pics of the bounce houses with your website name and photo on them so you can be able to show your customers. Besides your Google listing, there are other free places where you can advertise to get the word out as well. Craigslist, yard signs, vehicle magnets, Facebook posts. Feel free to get creative, but remember, don't spend too much money on advertising. TV and radio ads don't work, so save your money. If you do want to spend a little money to start your bookings, your best return on investment, in my opinion, would be Google AdWords or Facebook ads. Both. On the legal side of things, you need to form your company legally. The simplest way is a single-member LLC. This will cost you under $1,000 and will separate your personal assets from your business assets. With the LLC formed, you can get business insurance. This will cost you around $1,200 a year for your first year in business with little inventory. Can you operate a business without an LLC and insurance? Yes. Should you? No. Some municipalities will also make you get a business license as well, so make sure you check your local laws as well. Congratulations, you are now a company. Time to start making money. So, you're all set up, ready to make some money. Time to start taking some bookings. The way I set up my calendar was easy. I would take phone calls from customers, open my calendar, and book the unit for the day they wanted. 2-day rentals were extra. Those were the best since it was the same amount of work for extra money. The day before the customer customer's reservation, I would call them and double check the weather to make sure that the weather was still good for the party and to set up a delivery window. If there was a major storm coming in, I could pivot and either cancel the reservation or change the date of the party. I never required a deposit. Some companies do, but I never really had a big issue. Payment would always be due on delivery. I would set up a 1 hour window to set up, something like between 8 and 9 or 10:30 and 11:30, to give me a little flex in case there was a problem or traffic. After years of doing scheduling, I got pretty good at it. On the day of the reservation, I would always pull up in my truck, grab an extension cord and a blower, and walk up to the front door and introduce myself and ask them where they would like the bounce house. They point, I do my work, and then write them up an invoice. The invoice doubles as a waiver, and I have them sign it and pay me. I write right on the receipt the time that we agree that I'll be picking it up, and let them know I might be there at that time or later. This way there are no arguments if you get there at that time and the party is still raging. I used to hate kicking out kids and killing parties. So you pick up your equipment and you have your first happy customer. Remember, you are a hero when you show up to set up and a villain when you return to pick up. Now you are in business. Good luck out there. Any questions, please comment below and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.